Hello everyone. This is the nutrient-rich liquid I often use for my bitter melon vines to help them produce heavily. And this is the result I got after 55 days. The method is very simple, but the results are clearly worth it. Now, let's get started. Today, I'm going to sow seeds from these fully mature bitter melons. When choosing fruits for seeds, pick the ones that have turned yellow-orange with a straight, plump shape and no signs of pests or disease. Then, remove the large, firm seeds that are dark brown or black. Before selecting the seeds, we need to carefully remove the red outer coating. Doing this thoroughly helps keep the seeds cleaner, easier to store, and less likely to develop mold during handling. Once that is done, we will have seeds that look like this. And now I will keep only the biggest, fullest, and most even seeds. Today is quite sunny, so I'm going to let the selected seeds dry in the sun for a while. This step helps reduce surface moisture, limit mold growth, and stabilize the seeds before sowing. As a result, the seeds can germinate better and the seedlings can grow more healthily. Now, I'm going to lightly clip the tip of each seed before sowing. This helps open the hard seed coat slightly so water and air can enter more easily. That way, the seeds can germinate more smoothly. All right, now I'm going to cover the seeds with a thin layer of soil. Next, I'll gently water them to keep the moisture at just the right level. Now, let's prepare a sturdy little home where these bitter melon seeds can sprout and grow well. I'm going to make drainage holes evenly across the bottom of the container. This helps water drain better and prevents waterlogging and root rot later on. Done! Now I'll fill the containers with the loose, airy soil mix I prepared earlier. Look at this. The seeds we planted earlier have already sprouted. The seedlings look plump, green, and full of life. I use a small tool to dig holes that fit the root balls. Then gently place each seedling into the soil. Can you see these healthy white roots? That is a very good sign of steady and healthy development. After planting, I'll water them a little more. In just a few days, they will keep growing bigger every day. Now, I'm going to build a trellis using some stakes I already have in the garden. I place them close to the four corners of the plastic container. Then I use curved steel rods and zip ties to secure everything, making the trellis stronger and more stable. At this height, the bitter melon plants will have enough space to climb vigorously receive more sunlight, and grow more strongly. Can you see how quickly these bitter melon vines are growing? This is the right time to pinch the growing tips. Pinching helps the plant produce more side shoots, increases the chance of female flower formation, and improves overall yield. Next, I'm using kitchen scraps, vermicompost, and beneficial fungi, then mixing them all together. This mixture adds more organic matter, provides essential nutrients such as nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium, and also helps reduce some harmful fungi around the root zone. Oh, look at that. My bitter melon plants have already climbed all the way to the top of the trellis. At this stage, the plants are producing plenty of flowers. To increase the fruit set rate, I'm going to choose healthy male flowers and hand pollinate the female flower. Once the plants begin setting small fruits, that is also the time to add more potassium. I made a homemade organic fertilizer from bananas for this stage. It helps the fruits develop more evenly, become firmer, and grow stronger. And finally, after nearly 2 months of care, the results are here. Now, let's harvest them together. Hello everyone, this is the result of the grapevine I grew after 210 days. The grape clusters are ripe, full, and so beautiful to look at, aren't they? First, I prepare a plastic container. This will be the growing space for my grapevine. I cut off the top part to create more room for planting. Next, I use a drill to make drainage holes at the bottom. This step is very important. Grapes do not like soggy soil. Their roots need good drainage and enough airflow to stay healthy. Now it is time to prepare the growing medium. I mix soil with vermicompost and blend them well until the mixture becomes loose, airy, and rich in nutrients. Then, I fill the container with the prepared mix. Next, I place the grape plant in the center of the container. Before planting, remember to remove the plastic bag around the root ball. This allows the roots to spread naturally without being restricted. Then I fill in the soil around the plant, making sure the root ball is fully covered and the vine stands firmly in place. After that, I water it thoroughly so the plant can settle in quickly after planting. Look at this. It started from a very small grape cutting, and now it has grown into a much stronger, healthier vine. Now it is time to build a trellis for the grapevine. I place bamboo stakes evenly around the container. Then I secure them firmly to the side. So the structure stays stable as the vine grows larger and begins to carry more fruit. At the top, I attach a circular frame made from a bent metal rod. This frame helps support the canopy and gives the grape cluster strong support later on. When the new shoots begin to grow longer, I gently tie them to the trellis to guide the vine in the right direction. Just tie them lightly, not too tight. The stem still needs space to grow and room to breathe. Next, I add more organic fertilizer. This helps provide a steady supply of nutrients, keeps the grapevine healthy, and supports better fruit development. And now, something lovely begins to appear. Can you see those tiny grape clusters starting to form all over the vine? From this stage on, I take even more care of the plant. The weeds around the base also need to be removed early, so they do not compete with the grapevine for nutrients. Now, I add another layer of the mixture I prepared earlier, made of rice husk, charcoal, and vermicompost. This top layer helps keep the soil loose, improves root aeration, and supports the vine very well during fruit development. But remember, do not apply it too thickly, and do not place it too close to the base to avoid excess moisture around the stem. Can you see the difference? The grapes are now noticeably larger, more even in size, and developing beautifully. At this stage, I prune away some old leaves and any leaves that block sunlight from reaching the fruit. This helps the grape clusters receive more sunlight, improves airflow, reduces the risk of disease, and supports better coloring. I also spray a foliar fertilizer rich in potassium and phosphorus. This helps the grapes store more sugar, become firmer, and develop a more even, beautiful color. And this is the result. The grape clusters are plump, abundant, and growing very evenly. Before harvest, I stop watering for 3 to 5 days, depending on the grape variety and the weather. This helps reduce fruit cracking and allows the grapes to become sweeter before picking. And now, my grape clusters are ready to harvest. Look at them. Each grape is ripe, fresh, juicy, and absolutely delicious.